Hey everybody. Again, I don't know if I'm going out. I don't know if this is going out. It says live video is starting. All I get is that. I'm live! I'm live. It came on. How you doing everybody? Greetings, blessings, and good fortune. I connect earlier, didn't work, but now we're on. We're live. Thank you for tuning in. It's a little late. It's 5:12. Probably have a shorter show today because of the fact that unfortunately we can't be broadcasting out of 97.7 the City FM here in McAllen. The station's not available right now, but next week we'll be up and live. They're on the radio also. So as I was trying to get in the video that happened before, I just got back. As you can see, I haven't shaved in a couple days. Had a couple nice days. We just rolled in from South Padre Island. We had a good time. You know, the surf, the sand. It was good, sun. Great time. Caught a couple fish. It was good. Good time. So we're talking. I was talking earlier. I don't know if that video is going to go up. Don't know, but I'll review quickly what I said, and I can also see comments too. So if anybody's out there, you can see this. Please comment. I got it all here on my monitor. I can toggle between the comments and all that, and the news that I'm going to be talking about. Okay, so the first bit of news was going to be like an international type of news where they say that the G7, okay, is going to try and push around Russia some more. You know, every time they try to do this, it just shows how foolish these people are. What they're trying to do is bully Russia as if they had power. They meaning the deep state, as if they had power like they did back when they were, ruling and reigning as the premier and basically only petrodollar in the world. That means that you had to buy all your oil with the U.S. dollar, the central bank's dollar, Federal Reserve note, if you will. So that's no more, especially because their own actions made this possible. Their own actions with these foolish sanctions against Russia are what makes this kind of thing possible. And what I mean by this kind of thing, they're trying to put a price cap, and this is from Zero Hedge, by the way. Biden and G7 push world into nightmare scenario. Headline from zerohedge.com. So they're pushing around a nuclear power for many different reasons, and they would, please believe me, or don't, do your own research, but they would like to have a war right now. Why? Because in my estimation, and that of many others, they need that war. They need something to hide the crash of the Federal Reserve, their system, which is imploding purposely. They are doing the imploding. The Federal Reserve, the central bank. Why, you might ask? Well, they want to ramp up another, more nefarious. And check my internet connection. Okay, I'm checking and we're good. So they want to ramp up another much more nefarious situation for us financially, as us financial serfs. Okay, because yes, the debtor is slave to the lender. So what they want to do is they want to start a digital currency, and they want to program that digital currency. We spoke about this a lot of many occasions here on the Bitcoin Otter Show. So what they want to do is they want a digital currency that they can control, a centralized digital currency. The exact opposite thing of the Bitcoin. The Bitcoin is decentralized, and for a reason. Decentralized so that no one has power and control over it, because it is a programmed asset. It's a deflationary asset, completely opposite, okay, of what the Federal Reserve note is, which is an inflationary debt-based asset, okay? So what they want to do is they want to crash their system and then bring up this digital dollar for all to use, right? Freely. No, not so freely. Why? Because they're going to program it the way they want it, and they don't want anything good for you. So the new Green New Deal, right, that these globalist bankers have for us has a tagline, and that tagline is, you will own nothing and be happy. So I'm not so happy about the tagline even, much less what they want to drill into us as people. I don't even know if they're people anymore. So I don't know if you saw, and I'm jumping aside here to a different thread, but I don't know if you saw last week's show. It was great. I had a gentleman by the name of Rick Gamboa on, and he is, he's worlds past where I am in both blockchain programming. Well, not both, all things crypto. He was a great person to interview, and hopefully we'll have him back on the show one of these days. But I'm getting some of the news also from his site. So he has a site called braintrustcrypto.com. Braintrustcrypto.com. So I just wanted to throw a plug out for my friend Rick out there. So take a look at that. I'll forewarn you, it's for people who've been immersed in crypto for a while. But I'm gonna tap on an article he has up there in a moment. It's basically a news aggregate for cryptocurrency news. So I'm going to take a drink here from my favorite. There we go. There's the Theta right there. And here's the T Fuel. Bada bing, bada boom. Right? Get a little bit of coffee in the Otter. And then we'll go on here. So we're looking at 18,800 for the Bitcoin. I see no reason that I don't. You know me, right? I'm not a Bitcoin maximalist, but I don't see it going anywhere. That's just me. I'm not a financial advisor. Take this advice as you will. Don't take my advice. I'm just saying what I'm doing, which is basically, hopefully, I'm a wage slave myself, so I can only get so much Bitcoin at a time, and it's not a lot. But I know that to accrue it for my situation is a good thing. So here's another, what I would consider a bit of good news, okay? Which doesn't mean good news for everybody, but I'll read the headline again from Zero Hedge. NVIDIA GPU prices plummet as crypto mining craters. Okay, NVIDIA is it's a gaming chip manufacturer. It's very fast very fast speeds of the ability to compute at a very high rate. So this is what Bitcoin miners use in most cases, to curate the transactions on the Bitcoin blockchain network. That's the mining process right there. So they get rewarded in Bitcoin for doing that. So they use these processors, and because of that, they're extremely high priced. So they've been in high demand. Sometimes you can't even get them because they're either priced out of your league, or the demand is so high that they're on back order, or orders are not even being filled. That being said, apparently this cooling down in the crypto world, the cryptoverse, however you want to call it, has brought the prices down on these gaming processing unit, GPU, gaming processing unit, right? So that to me sounds pretty good. I was actually considering at some point getting into the mining game, and then once you look at the prices, they're pretty intimidating. But I haven't, mind you, I haven't really read through this whole thing. Just coming back from the island, so I haven't read through too much. But I could see that if it's true to the headline, then yeah, these prices are going down. So if you were thinking about getting into Bitcoin mining, now might be a good time. Maybe not. Just throwing that out there. So one of the things that happens, and I'm learning, okay, I'll repeat that I have been in the crypto game only a year and a half. So it's January of 21. January of 21 was when I got my first crypto, and that was this right here. So let me also give my my number. The Bitcoin Otter number is 737-256-9339. You want to call? You want to talk? We'll get it on here. We'll get it on. All right. So again, hang on. Let me not give out the wrong one. I've got a couple different numbers here. See the Bitcoin Otter, 737-256-9339. Give us a call. We'll have a convo. All right? Or here in the comments, I can see the comments when and if they roll in. So it looks like we got some comments here. No, they're likes. They're likes. Okay, so if you want to comment, I'll see them and I can address any questions, any things you want to talk about. It doesn't have, it could be whatever you want to talk about, whatever. So again, the last two things were idiots trying to push around Russia and NVIDIA gaming processing units, these chips are going down. So if you were in the market maybe to get something done as a miner, go ahead. So here's one. Here's another one. This is from Crypto News, cryptonews.com. Bitcoin nears US dollar 19,000. We're already down below that, we saw. Ethereum tests US dollar 1,000. Let me toggle over and see where Ethereum is. It is definitely testing 1,000. It's $1,023, which means that it's 1,023 times better than the US dollar is Ethereum. Okay, so we're going back to Crypto News. And it says that here's the entire headline. Bitcoin nears USD 19,000. Ethereum tests USD 1,000 as final washout in cards before rebound. Okay, so we had the one extreme on this side of the guy over here, Tom Lavero, says that it's going to be, I think he was, predicting like 30 months for it to come back. And here this guy over here on Frederick Vold is his name. He's saying, well, they're testing these levels, and then we're going to have the rebound. Like I said, I've not been in this cryptoverse that long, but I can tell you that it seems that every time there's a meltdown, if you will, in prices, that there's a rebound, and we may be seeing a cycle. And you can listen to who you can listen to. You can hope for the best. But the fact of the matter is, the way that the average person is going to win in cryptos is by buying them and holding on to them, right? That's hodling, HODL, hold on for dear life, okay? That's how the average person, in my opinion, this is how the average person creates wealth if they want to. You go in, especially at a time like now, we've got less than 19,000 for the Bitcoin. So it's a good price. I mean, think about it. I think it was November of 21. It was $67,000. $67,000 for one Bitcoin, and now it's below 19. That might scare a lot of people. A lot of volatility there, right? What if you bought and held? My personal opinion is, I bought, and I'm still holding. So I don't think 67 is going to be the all-time high. Thank God there's a future. The sun will rise, Lord willing, again. So there's a lot of things that have to play out, though, everyone. There's a lot of things that have to play out in this this crazy movie we're watching on the worldwide level. So we're back here at Crypto News, and it says, "Don't fear the Reaper. Why the market downtrend is good for crypto." So they're saying that the market conditions basically is right now they're able to build and innovate and things of that nature. So why market crash is good for the ecosystem. Market crashes sober people up is what he's saying here. And let me give you the author here. Sergei Vasilchuk. I probably murdered that, Mr. Vasilchuk. But that I probably should do a Russian accent with that, but I'll still murder it. So he says, let's take Anchor, a lending and borrowing platform that operated on the failed Terra platform. Too many people were mesmerized by their magical 20%. Okay, so basically what he's getting at is, when people see these huge returns, 20% on a crypto, they sometimes jump in, they get tempted and they jump in. Sometimes with both feet, unfortunately. But like we have discussed here on the Bitcoin Otter show more than one time, the fact is we really do want to keep possession of our cryptos. We want to keep possession for many different reasons, but the biggest, this is an example. This Terra platform if they had your cryptos, they're insolvent now. They're not able to give them back. I don't even think they can. So the same thing essentially happened with Celsius, which I had a little bit of Bitcoin on there that I took off, thank God, quickly enough so that I wasn't wiped out. And even then, I would have been wiped out in crypto, in Bitcoin, put it that way. I would have been wiped out in Bitcoin, but I would not have been wiped out in life, because the number one thing, and I've told this to all of my listeners, watchers, many times, you don't buy crypto with the rent money. You don't buy crypto with the grocery money. You don't do that. You don't do that. Okay? I mean, when you're young and crazy, you do crazy things, right? I remember a friend of mine back in the day, Leo, one of my still a good old military friend. He went to Reno, Nevada. We were based near Reno, about 3 hours out, and he went to Reno, Nevada with half the rent money, because he only had half the rent money. He says, "I'm going to win the other half." And Leo came back with none of the rent money. So that's the kind of thing that some people are doing now with cryptos. They're using the rent money. Please don't use the rent money. Okay? If you have something set aside that you want to put it in a vehicle that'll work for your future or whatever, go for it. In my opinion, not financial advice, but don't put your nest egg into cryptocurrency. It's so volatile that if you need to get it, you're going to take you potentially could take a real beating on those returns. So don't use the rent money, everybody. So let me go through another. Okay, here's the one that's on Rick Gamboa's site, which is, of course, braintrustcrypto.com. So the headline reads, "Crypto Queen Ruja Ignatova makes FBI's 10 most wanted list." Wow, FBI's 10 most wanted list. So she's a crypto queen, and I don't think that is a good nom de guerre for her. So she's Bulgarian-German, and she's a businesswoman, and she was last spotted in Athens in 2017. Says that now it's worth up to $100,000 to provide law enforcement with information about her. Wow, $100,000 if you know the whereabouts of the crypto queen. I don't know where she's at. Could be $100,000 for me, which would probably, help out with more Bitcoin. So, let's see. Ignatova was creator of OneCoin, a purported cryptocurrency that proved to be a Ponzi scheme. A Ponzi scheme, you don't say. More evidence, everyone. More evidence that we don't use the rent money, okay? This was especially the case back in what they would call the Wild West, right? When crypto first started out, it was like the Wild West. They had crazy Ponzi schemes. They call them the rug pullers, right? So they would put out a platform, a rug, if you will, and then they'd pull it out from under you because they would go away with whatever money you put in there. And apparently this woman was behind that. It was called OneCoin. So if you see anything out there about OneCoin, you know it's a scam. So these are some of the things that and there's some other stuff here on this. It's a great website that Rick is running here. It's an aggregate, and you look at this website, man, he's really the way he puts things together is just amazing. He's got the ticker tape on the top and everything. So braintrustcrypto.com. It's for people well versed in cryptos for the most part, but it's got a lot of different things to offer, and he runs the website himself. He programs it. It's not a cookie cutter website template or anything. He did a great job. Very impressive. So basically, these are the days, right? So these are the days when we have $18,000 Bitcoin. A little bit less than that, 18.8, right? So a little bit less. So to me, it's not at all surprising, because when the usual suspects are prosecuting this campaign against we the people, they have to have things just the way they want them. Now, they don't have all things the way they want them. Most certainly not. Most assuredly not. But they have marching orders. All these stooges, all these fools that work for them, they have their marching orders. And I would imagine that it's probably fairly, how would you say, fairly difficult to steer that huge ship that they have to run in such a way that they can actively adjust in any quick manner. So the plan was to crash the system, the Federal Reserve System, bring up the central bank digital currency, and go on with the Green New Deal and take away everybody's nuclear plant, take away everybody's coal factories and all that because, climate change. Yeah, tell us another one, right? Yeah. So here's a good thing. Well, not a good thing, but a funny thing to me anyway. All these climate change proponents seem to be buying coastal mansions. You know, they're living right on the edge of the rocks there in California and stuff, when they're preaching to us that it's going to be underwater in 12 years. Yeah, sure. That's why you spent millions upon millions, tens of millions of dollars on a mansion on the coast. Yeah, we believe you. Not. So, what we're seeing then, and it's crazy, these people. So, let's look at Germany. What is Germany doing? They're stoking their coal plants up again. Why? Because they're pissed that Russia is withholding natural gas from them. Why is Russia withholding natural gas? Because they don't want to pay for it in the ruble. Why don't they want to pay for it in the ruble? Because that would benefit Russia. You can't make this stuff up, folks. You can't make this stuff up. It's just so crazy. The fact that they're sanctioning Russia and that it benefits Russia at the same time is mind-boggling. It's blowing up in their face. So they try another stupid move, like what I said earlier in the show with the Biden and G7 push world into nightmare scenario from looks like Zero Hedge. What are they doing? Now they want to cap how high Russia can set their fuel prices. They want to cap that. And mind you, these same usual suspects are the ones that struck down the pipeline here in the U.S. They don't want any new oil leases. They want to just kill the oil trade, right? Because they want us at a point when we're all in electric vehicles that don't go very far, because they don't want us to go very far. And then we're going to have brownouts because, well, wind is not what they tell you it is. Solar power is not what they tell you it is. Okay? We will have what it is they want us to have and no more. We will own nothing and be very, very unhappy. Whenever you want, here's another translate, a great time to translate for you. When these deep staters, these knuckleheads in the World Economic Forum and these central bankers, when these people say something that will affect the general public, be it worldwide or here in the United States or in one nation or another, when they say something, all you really have to do is flip it and you'll have the truth. So when they say you will own nothing and be happy, we know that, well, yeah, we'll own nothing, but we certainly won't be happy. No, we will not be happy. When they get, if they were to get, and I don't believe they will. Remember, I am an optimist. So I don't believe they're going to get anything that they want. So, what they want is for us to be basically locked down with these electric cars, okay, that have to be plugged into a wall that is powered by a grid that is probably powered by some sort of fossil fuel, which is also a misnomer. Something I'll go into I'll go into that rant on a different show. So we're plugging into the wall, which is probably going to be nuclear or fossil fuel generated power. So it's only one step removed. That's all it is. There's no way that all of these things are going to be done in such a way that it's actually going to go off of wind power or solar power. It won't work They know it won't work. That's why they're pushing us into it. Okay? Now, I haven't seen any comments and I haven't gotten a call. So what I'm going to, I guess, assume, which everybody knows what that does. It's not good. But I'm thinking that either we're not going out with sufficient bandwidth or we're on a significant delay of some sort. So I'm going to have to cut this short. I'm sorry, but I'll cut this video short. Hopefully it'll post up and then you can all comment. You can email me at bitcoinotter.media@gmail.com, bitcoinotter.media@gmail.com. You can visit our website, bitcoinotter.com, and you can give me a call at 737-256-9339. Anytime you want to contact me, I'm open. I may not answer right away depending on, like I said, I'm a wage slave, but I'll get back to you sooner or later. So I'm going to sign off, and I really want you all to know that I know that I'm a blessed man. I'm blessed with the ability to talk to many different people from many different backgrounds, and I know I'm blessed. Thank God and His Son, Jesus Christ. Thank you that I have this opportunity. And I'm praying that all of you who are listening are able to avoid any type of financial setbacks that are coming our way. I do pray that. Literally, I do. I really want you all to be safe during this time. And that's what drives me. That's why I do what I do. I believe God has placed me in a position where I can see certain things brewing. I see them coming down the pike, and I can warn people. I'm not here to force you to do anything. I'm not here to make up your mind for you. Everyone has their own situation, their own scenario at home that they need to decide about. That being said, I see things coming. They're not good at first, but then they're going to get better. In a nutshell. And if you want details, get in touch with me at the aforementioned number, 737-256-9339, bitcoinotter.media@gmail.com, and our website, bitcoinotter.com. So, with all that, I'm going to sign off for this Thursday. I might come back in for a short video or something during the week, but I'm glad to be here. Thank you for watching. Have a great Thursday.